This meeting is being recorded.
Am I audible to everyone? Hello.
Yes, audible.
Okay. So I think we should start now. Sudipta, you can start sharing your screen. Meanwhile, I'll give the introduction. So we have Sudipta here, and he cleared both examinations, both ISI and CMI last year. And first of all, congratulations to him for that. And he'll be sharing valuable insights regarding both examinations to us. And he has also prepared one PPT. And okay, let's start. Sudipta, you can share your screen.
Yeah. So thank you, Akash, for giving me this opportunity to talk about ISI and CMI here. To tell about myself, last year I was preparing for PGDBA mostly, but I finally could not make it into the PGDBA final selection list. I also wrote ISI and CMI, and I got selected for both. Finally, I joined ISI MS QMS over CMI. Now, that time I felt very few information is available regarding ISI, MSQMS or CMI. So why I choose ISI over CMI, I also was not certain like which one to select. Now I have got some information because I am currently studying at ISI and I have few friends in CMI. So I got some information from them as well. So I thought to make this presentation about both the courses. So let me start. Just a minute. So is the screen visible? Is the screen visible?
No, I think we cannot see that.
Wait.
You can see the option for sharing the screen, right?
Yeah, actually, this is the problem with browser access. What? Just a minute.
Okay, yeah.
I'll log out, then I will join again. Just a minute.
Okay, sure.
I think some problems.
Yeah. Let's wait for a few minutes.
I think problem is happening because I'm using Mac and they are not giving access to share.
Okay, no issues. You can like you can just talk
Yeah,
about.
I can tell. Okay, fine, no
Yeah,
issue.
no issues.
So yeah, so basically, yeah. So I am doing MS QMS currently, and first let me tell about MS QMS what that is. Now, uh, that is the full form is Quality Management Science. Now, if you see the full form, there is nowhere it's data science, right? Now, what we study in MS QMS that is actually somewhat relevant to data science, and that is why we get job in data science. Now this is ISI, so we predominantly study statistics, and we learn a lot of applied statistics in quality management science. Now in the course structure, if you see, we have subjects like multivariate data analytics and regression analysis, statistics. So these are taught in R and Python. So that's where we learn about R and Python. And when we go for the interview, we can crack it. When you go for the company interview, mostly they ask from statistics because statistics is a very big part of data analytics. And so that is about MSQMS. So even though it's not a data science course, we still can get data science job from MSQMS degree. Now, if anyone know about uh, keyword war from ISI Kolkata, what we study in MSQMS that is more or less similar in keyword war. So that is there also the people get job in data science domain. Now these courses QRR or QMS, they were designed to cater to predominantly manufacturing industry, but jobs in those sectors is very rare. Now for that reason, we get job in data science domain only. So this is the scenario of MS QMS. Now if you tell is it a data science course, I will say absolutely no. Now does it help to get data science job? Yes, it gets. Now my situation was I wanted a data science job. It's not I have to study data science. Even if I studied English or something and I got data science job, I would have got for that. I would have gone for that. So that's why I selected MSQMS, and placement is quite good. Fee is negative. We get stipend 8,000 rupees per month for MSQMS degree. Yet the placement is quite good. So it was at that time quite lucrative, and I went for that. Now coming to CMI Data Science, it's a proper data science course. The course structure is very good. You will study some computer science subjects like data structure and algorithm, RDBMS, that is basically SQL you will learn. Then you will learn advanced machine learning, also some linear algebra, which is, proper data science course. CMI is a proper data science course. Now, when coming to placement, the placement will be similar to ISI only. Uh, Now, the advantage of CMI is it's a proper data science course. The teachers are very good. Some disadvantages are also there. The main disadvantage will be you'll be having to stay outside the campus because they don't provide accommodation. Whereas in ISI, the campus is really good. So that was one of the main reasons why I chose ISI over CMI. Yeah, so that was basically the brief of it. Now, any question, anything as such?
So Sudipta, can you guide us like how should one prepare for both CMI and ISI, and how are these examinations different from each other, and what are the kind of similarities they both have?
Okay. So actually what I did, I never prepared for CMI or ISI. I prepared for PGDB and I prepared quite hard. Now CMI has some portions extra. Those are some pseudocode questions will be there. Also some advanced mathematics like Pigeon hole principle, some advanced combinatorics problems. So these things are there in CMI. Now I did not know pseudocode. I did not know coding, so I left it. I prepared for only pigeonhole principle that is extra compared to PGDBA. Now for ISI, you have to study probability part in depth. in PGDBA, what happened? We studied, but it's written that probability is not there in the syllabus. But I think we have to study for that also. So now, if someone asks me, did I prepare exclusively anything for ISI, MS QMS, or CMI? I'll say no. I did not much prepare for anything. I just prepared for PG and whole principle and some few more topics from CMI syllabus and some few topics from ISI. I think syllabus is more or less same other than the probability part. In ISI, the probability part is quite in detail. That's what.
And can you explain us about the pattern of the paper? Let's talk about ISI first. So how was the pattern of paper? How many questions were there in MCQ? How many questions were there in subjective part? And what was the cutoff? So that kind of thing.
Okay. So in ISI, the first paper will be MCQ. There will be 30 questions and the maximum marks will be 120. So correct will give you 4 marks. If you do wrong, so you'll get 0. And if you don't attend it, so you'll get 1. So the marking pattern is like this: +4, +1, or 0. 0 if you do it wrong. Now there will be another part, that is subjective part. So there will also will be full marks 120 and 8 questions will be there. Each question carries 15 marks. Now subjective part, uh, the syllabus is same. You don't have to study anything extra. Whatever you studying for MCQ, that will be there in subjective. But I think you have to explain things in more detail for subjective part. Otherwise, they will cut marks.
Okay, one person is asking a query. Can you please guide us on the subtopic optimization that has been mentioned in the syllabus?
I think it is maximum minimum that we study in calculus, right? Optima.
Okay. So basically in ISI, we don't have like any other course which is different from PGDBA. There are no topics.
I think in PGDB we don't study probability. I remember last year they gave one probability question,
Yeah,
and
there was
finally
one.
they had to withdraw it. Something like that
Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
But in ISI, a lot of questions will be there from probability and permutation
yeah.
combination. Permutation
So
combination is there in PGDB also.
okay, so like till uh, can you explain the topics, subtopics for probability, like Bayes theorem, total probability theorem,
Yeah.
and what are the topics?
Yeah. So for probability, conditional probability, Bayes theorem, these two are very important. Also the normal probability that something numerator and denominator, we have to find the total number of combinations and number of selected combinations,
Okay,
something like that.
okay,
So that
okay.
is
Got it.
there.
And
Classical theory of probability.
anything related to like distributions,
Yeah.
probability
So
distribution.
probability, I think normal distribution, binomial, Poisson. So these things will be sufficient. Like
Okay,
exponential for continuous distribution, exponential, normal, and uniform. For discrete, binomial, then geometric. I think this will be
okay,
more than enough.
okay. And any idea about the cutoff? So what was the cutoff?
Yeah, so last year for MCQ part, the cutoff was I think 83 or 84, something like that.
Okay, and for subjective
And
part?
for subjective part, they don't give cutoff.
Okay, so how do they select?
So they last year selected based on 1 into MCQ score plus 2 into subjective score. This year, I
Okay,
think they are going to select 1 into MCQ score plus 1 into subjective score plus interview marks.
okay.
There is an interview also this year.
So last year they didn't have interview.
No, last year they did not have interview.
Okay, so this time they're conducting interviews. Okay, any
Yeah.
suggestions for that? What kind of interviews is it going to be?
See, as of now, like we have no information from the professors. They did not tell anything because for last 2 3 years there was no interview.
Okay,
So I don't know how the interview is going to happen. But once we get some information from professors, we will post in LinkedIn page of the placement committee.
okay, okay, okay. So that is great. And so can we discuss the similar thing about CMI, the cutoff,
Yeah.
the syllabus part, paper pattern.
Yeah. So CMI, uh, they have some extra topics, that is at combinatorics, application principle. Uh, I think not much more than that.
Okay.
Some few topics are there and pseudocode. Now for CMI, what I remember was my paper was not that good. I left that pseudocode part completely. I did not know anything, and also I could not score much in the subjective part as well. But
Okay.
for CMI, what happens? This part, data analytics, sorry, reasoning part, data interpretation and reasoning part. That portion was very easy actually. If you see
Okay.
every year, they do it very easy. So that is a very scoring part, I'll say. Now,
Okay.
if someone knows computer science, for them the pseudocode part will be also very easy. And one more thing is there, even though they are asking the probability questions, the distribution, they are asking from basic distribution only. Like the
Okay.
questions will be very basic. Like if you know the definition of the distribution, the PDF or CDF, so I think that will be sufficient to answer those questions. So
Okay.
you don't have to do much from probability distribution for CMI preparation.
Okay. And what was the paper like? Like how many objective questions, how many subjective questions, and cutoff?
See, I forgot that how many subjective and how many objective questions are there. But
Okay.
again, they don't give any cutoff. For CMI,
Okay.
actually, the number of seats is, I think, 70, nearly 70, but they don't fill all the seats.
Okay.
Okay. So,
And is there any category distribution in both the colleges, in both ISI and I and CMI?
category distribution in the sense?
Like for general, for
Okay,
OBC,
yeah,
the
yeah.
categories.
So for CMI, there is no distribution as such. As of I know, for
Okay.
ISI, it is as per government rule. So the total seats is around 20 for MS QMS. And for general, it will be 7.
Mm-hmm.
For EWS, it will be 2. For OBC, it will be another 6 or 7. And
Okay.
remaining seats will be for SC and ST. I think 2 or 3 each, like that.
Okay. And
For CMI, the total seats actually depend upon the performance of the students. So they select based on some cutoff. They don't give the cutoff value actually. How much is
okay.
the score or something? But I know on an average around 50 people are admitted in CMI for last 2 years. I know.
Okay. So Pradeep had one question. There has been a new topic, descriptive statistics, mentioned in the syllabus. Want to study and what not? What to study and what not? Is it similar to JEE mains? So I think descriptive statistics is nothing but mean, median, mode, and that kind of stuff. So I think it's similar to JEE mains only. Sudipta, are you there? Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, so I thought we lost you. Okay.
Yeah.
So any other points you would like to add, Sudipta?
Yeah. So last time I prepared for PGDBA, and I also wrote these exams, CMI and ISI. So I want to mention that PGDB is quite unpredictable, same as all the 3 exams. Even ISI QMS is also unpredictable because only 7 seats are there. So I suggest to write all the exams because none of the exams are bad and they can give you quite good opportunity. Obviously, PGDB is the best. There's no comparison to PGDBA because you are getting the IIM Calcutta tag. But if you see placement wise, CMI and ISI both are good. Like you will not lose anything if you go for CMI or ISI if you can't crack PGDBA. So that can I think I felt that actually after coming to ISI.
Okay. So one last question from my side. So can you give a little detail about what kind of participation do we have in ISI and CMI? Like how many candidates appear for both examinations?
Uh, I think I'm not sure actually. I am not sure, but participant is not that big. Maybe 400 to 500 people for each exam, like that.
Okay, okay, that's great. So, any other query do you have, like, guys? Do you have any kind of queries?
Yeah. So ISI, if you see the question papers, actually in the website, last 5 6 years of question papers are given in ISI website, ISI Kolkata website. Last 5 6 years of question papers are given. So I suggest to solve all of them. And actually, the cutoff is quite high, but the questions are not that difficult. So the perfection level needs to be high. If you lose marks unnecessarily in some silly mistakes, that will dampen your opportunity to get into ISI. For CMI, about placement statistics, I think if you follow LinkedIn page of CMI, it is available over there. So recently I was reading that average is around, I think, 17 LPA for 2020-22 batch, and highest is also good. Like average is 17 LPA, I think. I'm not sure. Nearly 17, and minimum is 14, and highest is maybe 20, something like that. It was, and all the people were placed.
Any other queries, Pradeep? Dheer, you were specifically looking for these examinations.
Now coming to ISI QMS, the placement is also very good. The average for 2020-22 batch will be nearly 20 lakhs per annum, and the minimum will be around 15 or something.
Okay, that is great.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi,
Yeah,
Param.
Sir, what are the
yeah,
job roles that people go after like completion of these courses?
yeah. So basically, data scientist. Now the companies come with the profile data scientist. Now data science is very, like, this word is very vague actually. Like even though even some people are working in Excel, they are claiming they are data scientists. Now some jobs will be based on Excel, some jobs will be Python related, R related, SQL related. They ask, the companies ask for mostly Python, R, SQL, Excel. These four skills company ask for. Now the job will be doing exactly what job, that is actually depending on company to company. So, and like even though the company will pay you high job, that doesn't mean that they will give you very like high tech job. For example, most of the jobs, like in my seniors are placed in good companies actually. Now I know most of the things they are doing are predominantly SQL and Excel, and some Python. That's all.
Okay, sir.
So Pradeep has asked one question: what precautions to be taken while attempting ISI subjective paper?
I see. Okay. Yeah, I think you should clearly write, like explain, don't jump steps. That's all. Like the paper was not that difficult. It was easy only. It was very easy actually. And
Any
professors are
specific
lenient,
guidance?
not.
Any
Yeah,
specific guidance for subjective paper, because that is the thing people are most scared of.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, last year what they did, they changed the pattern of the subjective paper. So I
Okay.
don't know if they are going to change the pattern again or not. But last year, what happened? They gave a lot of questions from probability and permutation combination. So, so Bayesian statistics, conditional probability. So those portions were asked predominantly last year. Also, I think some integration questions were there. Yeah, and mostly permutation combination and conditional probability. That's all.
Okay.
Last
Okay.
year they did it.
Any other queries, guys?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Uh, Hello, sir. I am Rohit. Currently, I'm a final year student. My doubt is uh, like Previously, I don't know about this examination, CMI and ISA. Since I was interested in mathematics, I wrote PGDBA examination. Then I came to know about these other two examination. Like my doubt is, should I improve my skills and apply for the companies or go for higher education? Which one is the best one? Like I already got a job through campus placement also.
See, like if I was in your place, I would have done job for 1 year or 2 years. Then I would have gone for higher studies because actually, like the subject you will like to study, like for example, it can be MBA as well. It can be data analytics. It can be your core subject. Suppose you did something in mechanical engineering, so it may be like you will love mechanical engineering. Now, in my situation, when I passed out, I did not have proper idea what my core subject was, like how is it going to be beneficial later on. So after doing job only, I got to know, okay, I'll stick to my core subject, or I'll go for MBA, or I'll go for data analytics. So if I was in your situation, I would have done job for maybe 1 or 2 years to get proper idea, because it's going to be my last education, more or less.
I second that. I second that particular thought. First, you should look for a job, and maybe after 1 year or 2 year, after getting industrial experience, you'll definitely get to know what you want to do in future. So directly jumping into the higher studies might not give you clear idea about what you want to do, and you again might be in a similar situation. Like, okay, after 2 years, now what? So what do we want to do? So that kind of thing might happen. So I would suggest you to take a job, and maybe after 1 year or so you can just look for higher studies.
Yeah, actually, I have also seen like people who directly did higher study after college. Ultimately, they changed the stream.
Yeah.
So this also happened.
Yeah, actually, I was placed in analytics profile through my campus. So since I am interested in mathematics, so I was aiming for these examinations, PGDBA, CMI, or ISA.
No, if you are placing analytics already, then if you appear for PGDBA after 1 or 2 years or CMI, then I think that will increase your chance to get into PGDBA or anywhere you apply. I am not sure actually. I'm not 100% sure because I did not come from the same background. So, but this is my opinion.
Any other queries, guys? So if we are done with the queries, I think we can wrap up the session. And even though if like after session you get some kind of query, then you can just message me and I'll pass it on to Sudipta. Yeah, one query is there. Pradeep has asked one thing in the chat.
See, I think JEE main or JEE advanced level that Aryan through, that is more than sufficient for sequence. Aryant, what is that author? I forgot what is his name. Aryant algebra or something. So that is more than enough. Like any book where you what you did in JEE main or JEE advanced time, so that is more than enough.
I heard that ISA offers some other courses also like MSQE.
Yeah, MSQE. Actually, the selection criteria is different. Actually, to be frank, selection into QMS, the criteria is the easiest. I figured that out. Like in my case, for example, I think MSQE that course is very demanding, and people who studied economics or statistics they go for that, and syllabus and all that will need you to learn statistics or economics from from the graduation time. Like in BSc, what they teach, you have to learn that. Then only you can crack the exams. For example, in MS QMS, if you study 12th level mathematics, so that will be more than enough. But for that, you have to study the graduation level subjects. Similar case for MStat and MTech QRR. Yeah, MSQ is a very good course actually. Like it will pay you more than any like even top IIMs also it will pay you.
So you mentioned that you have friends in CMI as well. So did you, from your information, do you know anybody who's got the maximum package? Like I just want to know a particular value since it's not mentioned in the website.
Okay. So I don't know actually. I don't know. But I know a few people who got placed in good companies. Like one person is there, Shivli Subra Ghosh. So and Shuman Roy. So these two people I know. So they
So,
are placed
Sudipta,
in good companies.
sorry to interrupt. Can you do one thing? Can you share their LinkedIn profile in the chat
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like
sure.
with me? So that will definitely help us. So we can
Yeah,
reach
yeah.
out to them. We can directly contact them.
So they are the placement representatives also for 2020-22 batch. They were the placement representatives. So they will also help you a lot regarding any doubts that you have.
Okay, that's great. Okay. Any other queries, guys?
Okay, so just let me tell you something. CMI actually, even though it's not known that much, like as of I mean as I can see, but the professors there are really good. There are some professors who are awesome. Like they offer courses in NPTL. For example, there is one professor called Madhavan Mukund. So he offers two courses at NPTL each semester. So even I also attended his NPTL course. So the professors are really good. Like if someone is much interested in the computational part of data science, like hardcore data science, then CMI is a very good place. Like the course structure is very, very good. But disadvantage will be the fee is some 8 lakhs or something, and you have to stay outside. But if someone is genuinely interested for core data science, then CMI is very, very good. And you don't have to think about job will be there for sure.
Okay, that is great. So I think we don't have any queries right now. So you can directly message me for like if you feel any kind of query, and you can directly message me and I'll pass it on to Sudipta and he'll answer that.
Yeah,
So I think we should wrap up the session. Is it fine?
yeah.
Okay then. Okay. So thanks a lot Sudipta for all these valuable information, and I think ये सब कहीं पे available नहीं है, and thanks a lot for that. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Akash.
Thank you, sir.